The
Oh, I
recording's
love
in
that we're now
progress.
recording. Time to stop
Oh,
swearing. You're live
we-
on Channel 4.
we've got to be serious now. We've got to be serious. Well, thanks for that. Last Skills Pays the Bills. We spotlighted people who had pets or puppies
Yeah.
or kittens. And today we've spotlighted those of you who are in the Christmas spirit. So brilliant. We didn't plan this, by the way. We've already got, I've said we pick a theme, we veer off it, and we mess around, and we've done that already. So if we hope we haven't disappointed anybody. So we're on true form. Hello from Hampshire. Hello to you all, wherever you are. You are very welcome. And we are going to learn some great stuff tonight. Now, this is by popular demand, the Fast Start Plan.
People wanted it, but to be honest, it's like the key to it all. And can we just say, we might have some brand newbies on the call tonight, and you are so welcome to Team Purple. It's great to have you here. But one of the things to remember is this isn't just a training for people that have got a huge team. This is a training for people that are brand new, because by learning how to do the Fast Start Plan, we all know if you learn how to teach something, you can actually do it even better yourself. So if you're here and you've got one team member, you're welcome. If you're here with a team of 200, you're welcome. Or 1,000, you're welcome. If you're here brand new with no team, you are welcome. And you'll take so much from this, because if you've already done your Fast Start Plan, it'll be like kind of having a little mini one again. Claire Hingott, she's next year getting your Fast Start by Claire Hingott. Could you imagine how cool that would be? You just have, Andrea agrees.
Andrea, stop it. Stop it. Right.
Okay. All check on mute, my darlings, as well. That'd be great.
Yeah, brilliant. I just want to start with a real tale from the trench. Let me just have a little drink. Got a terrible headache. So I recruited somebody last week. I met her in Dunelm. She was a gorgeous lady. I was on the sofas upstairs in Dunelm, and I said, you know what? I said, I look for people like you. I said, you interested in earning a second income? Do you do anything else? You've got a plan B? She said, no. She said, what is it? I said, have you heard of UW? I said, we help people save and make money. And I said, we earn a wonderful part-time income, really meaningful. So she gave me a number. I sent her the earn link. I signed it up. 2 days later, we did the Fast Start Plan 24 hours after that. And we did the Fast Start Plan on Friday. And yesterday we did 2 appointments with her neighbours. Really went really well. One of them wants to sign up, definitely. The other one's thinking about it. And she sent me a message today, and she's quit. She can't do it. She's stressing about it.
Trying to convince her, Claire. How many minutes?
I was on the phone to her just now for 32 minutes, trying to, have the chat with her about things, to reassure her, told her I thought she was brilliant, that this could be the answer to everything. And she's quit, even though her neighbour still wants to be a customer. He doesn't even want to do that, sign up with me. Gorgeous lady. She's really nervous about everything, but she was fantastic. So, quit, gone. And nothing I can do. Tried my best. Now, I've been a partner for 12 years. I'd like to think that I'm quite skilled at getting people in, getting them going, even talking to them when they feel like quitting. I just say, listen, just give it a go with me for a week. Let's do some appointments, then make a decision after first-hand knowledge and experience. Does it make sense to give it a go before quitting? I've done all that. I've pulled all my jewels out. I've pulled all my special things out, phrases out, whatever. And she still decided that she doesn't want to do it. Am I disappointed? Yes. Do I see potential in her? Yes, but I'm telling you this because I've just had that conversation with that lady, and it happens to us all, okay? No matter who you are, what level you're at, how skilled you are, it still happens, okay? But we're going to show you some things tonight that hopefully will reduce your likelihood of people quitting early on, because there are definitely some things that we can teach you that will change your ratios somewhat, give you more of a chance of getting people off to a fast start before they quit. And speed and excitement are the essence tonight. The theme for tonight is, success loves speed. All right. So people are going to come, people are going to stay, people are going to quit, people are going to do well, people are going to excite you, people are going to disappoint you. But the fast start plan is a key skill that we must learn. So let's dig in, let's get into it. Hannah, this is me, isn't it? So what is our role? Is to be the mentor, not the boss. So the chat I just had with this lovely lady, Claire, now, I chatted to her like a friend. I said, listen, Claire, it doesn't matter to me. I'm just here to help you and guide you and try and give you 12 years worth of something in a conversation. Just, but I wasn't about, you've got to do this. You're wrong for not doing this. You shouldn't be quitting. It was a lovely chat. Right. And I felt disappointed at the end, but I'm being a mentor to a volunteer army, not always easy. Then we've got, not overwhelming people. Now, this is a big thing. It's got to be baby steps. You do not want to throw everything at them because it overwhelms them and they get scared and they leave. All right. Then it's concentrating on WIFT. Now, there's a lovely acronym. What's in it for them? Not what's in it for me, not the turkey and the Thorpe Park tickets and the shopping vouchers and the holiday to Iceland. No, you're focusing on what can I do to help this person? What value can I give to this person? That's one of the things I love about this business is the value that we can bring to people. What are you giving out? Okay, so it's got to be about them. We haven't lost audio. I think everybody else can hear me. Can you, Han? You can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you fine. Yeah.
So if you've got any audio problems, that isn't us for sure. Respect their speed. Now, this is something that I just talked about to Claire on the phone. I said, listen, Claire, this is about you setting the speed. We don't have to do 2 appointments like we did yesterday. You run it, it doesn't run you. Okay, respect this speed. They don't know what getting to STL by next Friday means. Perhaps you want them to do something in the next 12 hours. You want them to sign up 12 customers in the next 12 hours. So you get to STL by next Friday and you get the hamper and the bonus and everything else. It's not about you, it's about them. And the moment you can focus on that, you'll see a shift in your business. Okay, give them time. But I love this, Hannah Leenan. Be mindful of yours. Time is our most precious asset, friends. You can get more money, you can't get more time, right? Do not, time. Be respectful of your own time. Don't just, throw everything in and forget your kids and your dogs and your life. And I'm just focusing on this one person. And then they're going to let you down possibly. And then you're going to be disappointed and you're more likely to quit. Time, have a bit of posture is what we're saying. I say to them, look, Hannah, I'm here to help you. You take a step, I take a step. You take 3 steps, I'll take 2 steps. You stop stepping, you stop stepping, you stop stepping. I'll stop stepping.
Yeah, okay? You do that.
And be observant, not critical. That's a great one.
I love that. I think that was my moment today when I
explain. What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that?
What I mean is, if somebody's doing something early doors and you think, gosh, that's going to bite us all in the backside. We've all had it. We've all had partners, dead enthusiastic, going off the rails. It's kind of brilliant, but scary. I tend to just use that phrase. I've noticed over the last couple of days that we've had a lot of no-shows. So can we have a bit of a chat about that? Not, have you noticed that you booked 15 million appointments and nobody's turned up? That just being, if you're critical, what you're doing is you're dampening that enthusiasm. Just being, the phrase I've noticed, how do you feel about that? It just changes everything. It really is. It's something I'm trying very hard to. I read it in a book and I don't know what it was. I think it was the Success Podcast book. I think it was one of the sports trainers was saying, always be observant, never be critical.
So I've noticed. How do you feel about that? Any other key phrases there?
No, that's the main one you use because it means that you're leading the person. We've always said if you tell somebody something, they're going to argue with it. It's not true. The minute they say it themselves, they believe it. So if we say to somebody, oh, the savings are like £500 a year, they're like, oh, yeah. If I say, oh, just write this down, £50 off your second bill, 120 off your broadband, 120 minimum cash back, and I get them to stack the savings. We've talked about that. And I say, oh, what do you have written down? Is it £502? And they go, yeah, £502, that's your saving a year. The difference is they've said it and therefore it's true. When we say it's not. If you're critical of somebody, it's not true and people will be defensive. If you're just observant, I've noticed, I can see that. Have you noticed that this is happening? They're going to help you come to the conclusion of better posture.
Another one is being curious. I'm just curious. Do you think this has happened because of that? Why do you think that's happened, Hannah? Do you know what I saw there was, blah, blah, blah. What about you? Did you do that because you felt this or you felt that? Being curious, being observant, not critical. great. Do you know, if you take nothing else from tonight, I think that is a key takeaway from this already. Brilliant. Right, let's move on to the next slide.
My mind then that I wanted to share. Be so beautiful. What was it? Oh, there was something that literally was on my but it's gone, because that's the way it goes in skills.
Because we're going through the menopause.
We have no brain. And literally, I've got my scarf on. I'm having a little moment here, back here. Fire's on. It's great. Okay, now, oh my God, this has changed my life. These two texts, they are brilliant. I used to go through a picture where, and this happens when you're getting on a bit in age and in the business, is your phone will go bing bing, new partner. I'm like, oh yeah, I need to ring those, and oh gosh, I need to send them ABs. Oh crikey, and I need to do, oh God. And you'll get to the point, and this is very exciting in the business, where lots of people are joining and you're struggling a little bit to keep up with the admin. So I've given myself this amazing little, almost like a test. And what's great is that if 6 people have joined in an evening, which happened the other night, what is that about? Wow. I then can wait and see who comes to me. And then I can see, what is it Steph Longworth he says, work with the ones that see what you see. I love that. People bring people into the funnel. Life will get in the way. Some of them will fall out the funnel. Some of them aren't ready. Some of them's timing's wrong. Just work with the ones that see what you see. So on the left, this is mine and Claire's team welcome text merged together. So this is my ramblings and Claire's ramblings in one beautiful little bite-sized piece. Now, if you've got an iPhone, you can hold that up to the screen. You can open your photos and you can scan and keep the text. How lovely is that? I might be super kind and pop this slide in the Skills Pays the Bills groups, because that's the kind of mood I'm in. I am Santa leaning. Okay then, so welcome to the team, Claire. You've made a great decision to jump on board. I'm here to get you off to a flying start. First things first. So they've just joined. You're on the phone with them. I'm going to send you a text straight away, even though we're going to go through this. So you've got it written down. And when you have a new partner join tomorrow, which you are going to, so many amazing people, you know what to send them. Doesn't matter what works, it matters what's duplicatable. So we're going to ask them to download the app, complete their ID verification and complete the email verification. Watch the 3 videos. Now, I don't say, do your getting started training, because that makes me go, oh, I'll just shelve that for a few days, months, weeks, years. No, you're going to ask them to just watch the 3 videos so you can check off your getting started training and say what it is, 30 minutes. So I hadn't got that. Claire does. That's brilliant. I always say, now don't do this if your Facebook profile isn't full of pretty fun stuff. I say, find me on Facebook and add me as a friend. And then I often tell people on a call, I go down my photos. You'll see us in Mexico. You'll see us in Disney. You'll see us in Paris. You'll see us at Epsom. You'll see us at Harry Potter World. And what you're doing is, without saying, these are all the amazing things you're going to earn, they're going to see me sitting on my car. They're going to see my son pass his driving test in my UW Mini. They're going to see me and Claire on holiday. They're going to see all this lovely purple positivity. So that's a great thing to do. I always do that. Ask them to start making a list. And again, Claire had this in, which is brilliant, but don't speak to anyone yet. I love that little line. Don't go and burn your warm list. And then just tell them how they can access the portal. So that's what we send. That's what I send and Claire sends when we personally recruit. On the right-hand side, what you've got is a text to send when your team brings someone in. Now, if any of my lovely team are on the call tonight, please don't copy this text and send it out, because then they're going to get me and you saying exactly the same thing. So you need to rejig it and write your own. I was really cautious of putting loads of my team on tonight. So I just sort of say, welcome, you've joined the team and you're in great hands with Claire, Nikki, whoever you've joined the team with. Edify your team, tell them they're in great hands. And I love this. You might be excited, you might be nervous, you might be thinking, what on earth have I done? Or a mixture of all 3. The good news is you're in safe hands. We're here to help people like me. And then I say, this is a good little phrase. I try and call everyone within a few days of joining, but appreciate people often don't answer from an unknown number. Why not add me as a contact and feel free to call me? So what does that mean when someone texts me straight away, which they do on WhatsApp, and they say, oh, are you free tomorrow at 10? What does that tell me about them straight away? They're coachable, they're eager, they're hungry. They want to have a chat. And I know if I make a relationship as well as other team members, they're going to do better quicker. Okay. The other thing that does is, if you've got a broadcast list for your group, because they've put your number in their phone, they're going to get your broadcast messages. Oh, it's a little sneaky tip. I love a sneaky tip. Okay. So that's again, and I asked them to link up on Facebook so they can see some of the great UW things that we do. Claire, anything that you would add on the email comes in?
Yeah, I absolutely love that. I've put my text in the chat, okay, and everything I do is in WhatsApp, so it's duplicatable, it's easy to find, it's no ninja skills or being amazing at PowerPoint. It's all stuff I just text, and you guys know I'm rubbish at technology. That's why Hannah's here, as well as bringing value and being beautiful, of course, and being clever. What else do I say? Yeah, so it's as soon as they join, you're sending them the message. We're downloading the app onto their phone and telling them about the email verification. I'm showing them around the app, showing them where to find those 3 videos, and asking them not to speak to anyone. And can they do that online training within 24 hours? And there's Hannah's thing. I love that thing on the right, Hannah. Let's go to the next page. Is this where I'm going to?
Yeah, this is you. You're doing this. Speed of the leader. Yeah.
And I'm going to share the portal in a moment to show you where we find it, because there's people on here I appreciate and new and maybe don't even know where to find a fast start. So let's dig into that. So little and often, not bombarding them is really important. Okay, so I send them that little text, and then I may send them a little screenshot of how we get paid. And I'm going to show you where to find that right now. So that they understand how we get paid. We're going to talk about that in a moment.
I did that today. Again, you never know, you're going to learn. Claire showed me something today that I didn't know was there. Did a fast start today and sent it straight away, and just was like, oh my gosh, how did I not know that amazing bit of succinct company information is right there on your phone? So we'll share that with you in a minute. Top tip coming up.
Yeah, top tip coming up. In fact, should we show them now?
Yeah, show them now. It's so exciting.
Grab your phone, go onto the portal on your phone, okay? The partner app. Click on the partner app. When you've done that, give us a thumbs up. Now, bottom right, you've got the 3 little lines, which is called the burger menu, because it looks like a little burger. Click on more. And there you have it. You've got partner portal, learning portal. Then you have how to earn as a new partner. Click on that, right? And there you have it. There is the lovely PDF of how we earn with all the detail on there. And then if you've got an iPhone or whatever, I can click that little arrow bottom, and then you can WhatsApp it to them straight away. So they know exactly how they earn. Okay.
If the company change it at midnight, like sometimes they do, we have an event and the next day it's different. What's great is if you're sending them a screenshot, you're sending them what could be dated information. And I'm really wary of this. I'm all over this with the team. I'm like, that's out of date. Don't send it. Please don't send it out of date. If you show them where to find it, they can then, it's about teaching a man to fish, isn't it? If you teach them how to fish, they can then always have the up-to-date information for themselves and then share it with their newbies. I think that's brilliant. It made me very happy.
Okay, everybody found that? Go on the portal on your phone, click bottom right, click on those 3 lines, the burger menu, more, how to earn as a partner, and you can WhatsApp that to them straight away as well if you want to.
So 526 people on here going, oh my gosh, Hannah Leaning, you numpty. We all knew that was there. Have you been living under a rock? But I didn't know, and I think it's brilliant.
I know, and it's and it's very important how we earn, and how motivating is that when they're having a little read over that at midnight because they're excited and they, wow, 300 quid, whatever. Okay, so little and often, ask lots of questions. Just, it's a relationship, okay? It's all down to that rapport again. If they trust you and like you and they want to work with you, they're going to, if they don't, they're not going to be happy with you in being introduced to their nearest and dearest. That first 24, 48 hours when that newbie joins is really important time for you to just nurture them, keep them close. Because, negativity out there, it's a mother-in-law, a sister, oh, what's that? You never heard of it, UW, oh, you want to keep them in, okay? Keep them close. Now, here's the timeline. So listen to this carefully. Here is a mega success tip right now about how you're going to narrow down the possibility and option of them quitting early doors. So Hannah Leaning, I've just signed her up, okay, as a partner. I've sent her the little message, the little list of things to do. She's downloaded the app. Hannah, now we've got to do a little bit of training because we're regulated, we do things properly. 3 little modules, they're on that app, and I show them where they are on the partner app. Everybody, Hannah, gets this done within the next 12 to 24 hours. Is that going to be a problem?
Perfect.
Everybody does this within 24 hours because there's only 3 modules and you can do it on your phone. You don't have to do it in one go. You can do one video, then have a cup of tea or do a bit of work. Is that everybody does that within 24 hours? Is that going to be a problem? Now, that is where you will gauge how keen they are. And if it is a problem, or Claire, you know, I'm working, I'm a nurse, I'm doing 2 back-to-back day-night shifts. I'm not going to be able to do it. No problem. That is a reason, not an excuse. I totally understand that, Hannah. Remember, you're a mentor, not a boss. Hannah, when could you do that? Could you do that? Right. So I always do this. I go, right, so it's Monday today. You can't do it tomorrow because of your night shifts. Blah, blah, blah. Could you do that by Wednesday? Yeah. What time on Wednesday could you do that by?
I can get it done by, well, I get in at 4 and I'll need to sleep. I can do it like by the next day, the next morning, 9 o'clock.
Okay, brilliant. Now, you know, that day as well, we've got to do something like called a fast start plan, which we're going to get you going and get you excited. Can we book that in now as well? Because we're together. So could we do that fast start plan then?
Yeah, I'll do training at 9 and we could do that at 12:30.
Brilliant. So
that's what I love when they say that. Yeah.
I've set the boundaries. Hannah has told me when that's possible. And we're booking it in now because we're together. Now, what people do is they sign people up, they tell them about the training, they don't set any timelines, then they don't book the fast start planning and they're trying to get hold of them tomorrow or the next day. By then, guys, they're gone. Right? You take control. This is so simple. You sign them up, they download the app, send them my little text, tell them what's it, 3 online modules, Hannah. Everybody gets this done within 24 hours. Is that going to be a problem? Great. Then we've got to do this fast start. Let's book it in, Hannah. Are you free tomorrow at all to do that fast start with me?
Yeah, I can do it tomorrow. Yeah.
Right. What time is good for you?
No, midday, somewhere like that.
Okay, midday. So we're booking it in. Literally, she's joined now. We're doing the fast start tomorrow with most people, guys. Okay.
Me too. I want to do it within. It needs to be done straight away because that enthusiasm that they have when they join. At the moment, what they're going to do is they're going to see it all from the inside out, and they've got you holding the hand. They're going to love it. Yeah. If you leave this, what they're going to start doing is asking people who haven't got a clue about the business, but once sold water filters and lost £5,000. And they're going to lump Utility Warehouse in with other product-based businesses that have a different outcome. So it's really, really important. I always say to everybody that joins, you know, this is your chance to have a look at it for yourself. Those that follow the proven system have great success. Those that don't have a different outcome.
Oh, you've learned that from me, haven't you? And I learned that from Neil Blythe. Those who have great success. Those who don't have a different outcome. It's a brilliant phrase.
Not saying that they're going to fail. Not saying it's all going to fall down. But what they'll do is they'll progress slower. They'll make more mistakes. They'll have customer issues that we know there's the process there to help. And the other thing that I do that Claire doesn't, we do things quite differently on that first bit, is what I do within 48 hours is I buddy them up. So there's me, my new partner, and one other person that's going to work alongside us. Now, the reason I do that is I find that when I bring somebody else in, maybe a team leader, a future team leader, even a senior team leader, is that then there's 2 of us looking after that person, but I still take full responsibility for them. I brought them in, but there's another person. It means that last week we had a big family crisis. All of my little groups, my starter groups, all continued. They all got mentored. They all got motivated. They all got lovely messages in the morning. They all got thumbs up for appointments. And also I find that it's starting to teach the leaders in the team how I do things, and they're able to give me feedback, which is amazing, and I'm able to learn from them. So we're learning from each other and we're creating. Remember, it doesn't matter what works, it matters what's duplicatable.
Yes.
So now I show you so you can see where this fast start is, because this is the next bit.
Now, a newbie's portal looks a little bit different to us, and it's quite obvious that the 3 online modules that they have to do are there. But let me just share something with you. So here's my portal, okay? If you click on the burger menu top left there, and we go down into learning portal, their modules will be there. It's the 3 modules, okay? And it's to get off to a flying start. Oh, look, I've only done 10%. How'd you do that? Get to SGL. And these are the 3 modules that they've got to do, okay? Now, if I go back, so I'm in the learning portal now, and here's the fast start plan. So this is how you find the fast start plan. Okay, so let's do that again. You go back You go on to the burger menu. We're going into the learning portal and back here again onto the burger menu, and there is the Fast Start plan. Right now, we're gonna show you the Fast Start plan quickly. Then I'm going to come out of it, and we're going to go through each section individually and give you lots of notes and tips. So here's the Fast Start plan. Now, the first thing I say here, Hannah, do you say something here? Because I say, right, Hannah, now this is a brilliant slide to start on, because see that picture there? That is a photograph of our major event. Now, we've got 2 major events. They are a key part of success and keeping going in this business. Those who attend events make a success of this. Those who don't have a different outcome. There's that little top phrase again. 5,000 people is at our event in April. It's called Power Up. And there is another big one in September, just gone, at Amplify, thousands there. So thousands of partners come together over a weekend, and I want you to be at the next event. It's so important. And the next event, Hannah, you're really lucky, is in January. It's called the Kickoff. There's one in Cardiff, so not very far away from us. There's going to be about 500 people there. We've got it at the Cardiff City Football Stadium. It's going to be a day of inspiration, motivation, techniques, tips. You're going to hear extraordinary things from ordinary people. So I'm talking about who does that. Do you do anything on this side?
Very similar. I just get excited. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's really good. That's Amplify, or that's a Power Up. And oh my gosh, it was an amazing weekend. And the good thing for me is I'll often say, oh, did you have a look on Facebook? Did you see the pictures? Like loads of, and they're like, yeah, oh, we looked at your reel and we saw. So I'm like, that's at this event, you need to be there. You're going to absolutely love it. And Claire and I often gets a couple of incentives, and that's based on helping our team see the value of events. And we're always there because we genuinely love. I don't ever think, oh, it's Power Up this weekend, I've got to work. I was like so excited about Power Up for like 2 weeks. The outfit is normally planned. I even had matching shoelaces this year. This is important stuff that you get giddy about. And if you're not the most excited person on this Fast Start plan, you're going to struggle, because it's going to go from this exciting business opportunity to work. And don't cross over that line. I think the minute you drop your energy on the Fast Start plan, you're going to have trouble getting it.
Right, Han, it's 9:05. Come on, we got to get through this. So we go in. So I say, here it is, Hannah, the Fast Start plan. This is designed to get you going, okay, with me, and teach you everything you're going to need to know early doors. And then we're into the why. Okay, now we're going to go over this in detail in a second. So we're going to talk about, so just for you to know what it looks like and where to find it. Here, I don't get them to download the book because you can't save it. I just get them to have a pen and paper. When we do the Fast Start plan, okay, if I try and do it face-to-face, if not, we do it like this on Zoom. They screen share their portal with me, or if they don't know about Zoom, we WhatsApp video each other, and they've got their Fast Start plan open their end, and I've got it open my end, so we know, we're on the same page. Get that? So that's the technology. So I get them to have a pen and paper, and we write down the answers, okay? And I'm writing down the answers too on my pad. Then the next step is, this is lovely, helping them identify how much they want to earn, okay? Get them excited about this. Then the next page, I'm doing this for the benefit of those who are new and haven't seen the Fast Start plan, is the list. And we're going to show you how we help them with the list. The next page is the conversation starter. That's going to get them in front of people, okay? And we help them craft this and make it their own. And then we're at the end, and at the end, this is where I get them to book the next big major. So for now, that would be kickoff, and you book those tickets on the portal. And yes, there are tickets available for all the kickoffs. There's some virtual ones, there's some live ones, and they're on the portal to book now. Okay, and then I give them my diary, and they make appointments. So I just thought I'd show you where the portal is and how to access it. Right, so let's dig into the detail on each section. Han, over to you.
Okay, let's go on to the next bit. Sorry, let's get the slides back up. Have we got the slides up? Right, okay, so let's do a little overview of the Fast Start. Number one, we've just talked about it. Set the tone, set the expectation, be enthusiastic, explain that you can build this business with them, but you can't do it for them. And a couple of things I always use, these are key phrases. I'm not going to ask you to do anything that I haven't done. Those who follow the process have great results. Those who don't have a different outcome. And what we're going to do is we're going to focus on the activities. Claire, you've got a lovely phrase about divorce.
We're going to marry the process, Hannah, and we're going to divorce the result. We're going to marry the process, divorce the result. We're going to focus on activity, not results. We're going to focus on showing, not selling, helping, not selling. Okay, we're not salespeople. Okay, you're a nurse. I'm an actress. We're not salespeople. So we're going to just focus on showing people. If we get a result, brilliant. If we don't, no problem. You're going to have learned something. What I'm asking you to do, Hannah, is invest your time, not money. Okay, just want you to come on a little apprenticeship with me. See the language, okay? It's nice, it's soft, it's mentoring, it's not bossing.
There's that phrase about selling. Sometimes I do people go, but we are selling. You're not. Dan Holmes taught me this phrase. I love it. You're redirecting spend. You don't need to sell them gas and electricity. They've got it. So if in your head you're thinking, well, we are selling, we're not. We're just doing a bill review to see if they're going to be better off, to see if we can be of service to them. Okay, so they're brilliant tips from Claire. Now, this is the system. Now, what I say to everybody when we do the fast start is I'm going to teach you a system. Now, you're going to go to events, you're going to go to seminars, you're going to jump on Zoom calls, and you're going to hear lots of different ways to build your business. Now, the reason I go through this is I had this difficulty with my team at one point when they were sort of like, but they're saying do it this way, and you're saying do it this way, and the portal says do this. The system is always the same. You can just build a list in probably 30 different ways. You can build a list with neighbour letters, or giving magazines away, or speaking to your warm market, or using 3 people that you know and using frogs. If you don't know what frogs is, message someone in your team. They're going to go through that with you. It's brilliant. But the first thing you've got to do, step 1, is make a list. You can't decide who you're going to speak to on that list until you've made the list. The list can't stay in your phone. However, I know for a fact there's people on here, probably with team leader businesses, that still haven't got a list written down. Your list will make you hundreds of thousands of pounds if you work it properly and you're clever and you pick up the training and you pick up the scripts and you pick up the conversation starters. So number 1, we're going to make a list. We're going to add as many people as on. What is it? Limit the list, limit your business. You wouldn't turn up to the bank and ask for a £50,000 loan and go, I'm just going to tell my next door neighbour, and not my best friend because she might not like it, but someone I was at school with 3 years ago. That's not a business. Your list is your business plan. Your list will become your daily to do and your daily method of operation. You're going to open it up, look who's on the list and contact them. When you've made the list, you're going to profile it. Now, I don't know what you do, Claire. For me, there's 2 things that are really key. Number 1, if you went into business, who would you want as your finance director, your HR director, logistics operation, head of technology? So I asked them to think of the really switched on, motivated people they know. So for me, I asked them to put a P next to them if I think they're going to be a good partner, and a HO if they know they're a homeowner. And I say, right, we're going to speak to the homeowners and potential partners too.
And what do you do? And a T if they're a tenant. Yeah. So I learned this phrase from Wes when he came to Cardiff last year and did a masterclass with us. He said, right, write down the names of 5 people who, if you found out they joined somebody else's UW business, you would be devastated. What a brilliant
that fear of loss. Brilliant.
What a brilliant way to phrase that and to wrap that. Who are the people that you know? If you found out they joined Hannah Leaning's team and not yours, how would you feel? Write those people down, because they are the smart, ambitious, motivated, the SAMs. We want the SAMs. The smart, ambitious, motivated, not the sad and miserable. Okay, so we're helping them profile the list. Another thing I do is when we work on the list, so when we get to the list part, I ask them to grab their mobile and I say, right, I want you to click on contacts and I want you to go to A for me. And I say, right, before you start, I just want to tell you, I don't want you to prejudge anybody, Hannah. What do you think I mean by that? So on my fast start, I ask lots of questions. What do you think I mean by prejudge? And then, when we're doing the script, why do you think we don't bang on about gas and electric and kilowatts and SIM cards? Ask questions, they tell you the answers. It's true if they say it. So I help them get 20 names at least down, right? And while they're shouting the names out to me, I'm typing them into the phone, into our into their WhatsApp message between them and I. So they've got a copy of the list, but so have I. Okay, so Hannah, right, Hannah, shout out some names to me.
Claire.
Claire, right, what is Claire, homeowner, tenant? Do you think she'd be interested in being a partner? Tell me about Claire.
Homeowner, she's an actress, she's mega successful. She won't be interested in this, but I know her.
I just said don't prejudge anyone. Do you know what, Hannah?
Right, yeah, I suppose she does. Yeah, she's like, her working hours are weird, so she might be quite like, yeah, I guess she might like it.
And she'll be out of workloads because I know actors, she'll be out of workloads. And do you know what I've learned, Hannah? This is something else I say, guys, write this down.
Sorry.
What I found is, Hannah, those who I think will often won't, and those who you think won't often will. It's a really funny business. Honestly, I can't tell you now to people I've thought, oh, well, I don't think they're going to get this, and they've been amazing. And people I've thought are going to be amazing, they disappear. So let's not prejudge anyone. Remember what I said just now, it's just our job to show and share. It's up to them to decide. We're just going to show them. We're not going to get them in a headlock, or we're not going to, batter them into a decision. We're just going to show them. So they're throwing the names out. I'm asking if they're a homeowner, tenant, and I'm putting T after it. And then when we've got to 20, I send them the list. It's a simple.
I've never done that, and it's absolutely genius. That will be happening for me from now on, because also you might leave someone and think they're going to go and write down 100 people. I was told that everybody wrote down 200 people within an hour of joining, so that's what I did, because I was just told that's what you did. Now, some people are very clever. I was completely played. It was brilliant. Love it. Thank God that happened. I'm still not got through all that list, actually. Still people on there that aren't customers. But if I sometimes leave this is a bit, there's a downfall for me. So this is a big learning for me today. I sometimes leave people, and they're and this will be one of my top takeaways at the end. They tell me all the right things, and then they go, oh, yeah, I've got 5 people on the list. And I'll say to them, the reason you don't want 5 people on the list is if we go and speak to all those 5 people and you give them a call and they all say no, that's your business obliterated. If you write down 100 people, one of them being the postman, one being the really nice lady at the Rose and Crown, one being the woman on the self-serve checkout that always looks stressed at Morrison's, it doesn't matter if you don't know your name. When you get to 100 people and those first 5 that you're going to speak to anyway first say no, you've still got 95% of your business to go and look at. So it's a mindset thing. It is your job to get that list going. And also what I found is if they're not slowing down, don't slow down, just keep going. And like Claire said, if they get to 15, push them to 20. Go, let's help you get to 20. If they've got really easy to 47, say, come on, let's get 3 more on and get it up to 50. So that's a Diana Ross phrase, isn't it? Just one more, one more call, one more page of a good book, one more podcast, one more event, one more phone call. So we've listed it. We've started to profile it. My key phrase is, it isn't a presentation, it's a conversation. So with that list, your job is to just have a conversation. And you can have that conversation in so many different ways, using so many different tools. Not everybody needs to come with you next to you, sat down at a buzz. For some people, that's amazing. I love a buzz. I love taking people buzz. Some people want the presentation. Some people need a UW story. Some people want to have a look at the Earn link. Some people might want to just meet you for a coffee and you're going to find out a bit about them. And before you go, you just say, I've got a magazine, actually, New Biz. Have a little look. I'll give you a ring next week. It's about a conversation. And that's the thing, David Fisher, I'm muting you, you little rascal. And that's the thing about the business, is you have so many tools that are going to help you have a conversation. Initially, what's great is getting the presentation in front of everybody. It's 12 minutes of your life. You're going to whip through it. You're going to teach them a really duplicatable tool, and it's going to open up the partnership, the customer side, or both. And that's the only outcome you're going to have from any conversation. Explain that to them. They're either going to be a C, a customer, a P, a partner, or an N, a no for now. Now, for me, I'm sure Claire will agree and have some tips on this as well. The most important part of that process for me, of everything, is the no for now. That's where the money is on a list. We've done those trainings, the fortunes in the follow-up. But when you bring this up on a fast start, you're just setting that expectation. You're saying there's going to be people that say no. There's going to be people that say yes. And there's going to be people that are completely unsure. And what you're then selling is the concept that this is a way to build a long-term residual income. This isn't a get-rich-quick scheme. This is a 5 to 7 year solid retirement plan. For a lot of people, this will create over a 5 to 7 year period more than they could have ever put away in a regular pension. And we know that because people are doing it again and again. And it's very nearly about to happen to me. I'm about, in the next year, I'm going to tip over that ledge, which I've been working for. So the no for now list, talking to your newbies about your no for now, is setting the expectation, isn't it, Claire, that there's going to be people we've got to go back and see. Yes. Anything else on the no for now for you on that?
I just think generally the Fast Start plan, you know, it's our job to really set realistic expectations. So I say, Hannah, maybe your brother isn't going to join. Maybe your best friend is going to ridicule you and say you shouldn't do it. You know, and I tell stories. You know, my mum and dad didn't become a customer for over a year. My brother and sister are still not customers. And I'm approaching the 400 plus club, which for those of you who are new on here, that means, you know, I've nearly got 400 personal customers. And it's hard. And I say it's painful, and there's going to be days you want to quit. Are we doing that in a minute? And when that comes, you know, what do you want me to do? We better move on. It's 1:15. It's gone 1:15. So this is that's a little bit about the list. But before that, of course, the first thing on the Fast Start plan is the why. You know, you're digging into why they're doing this. And that's when it really is a conversation about, look, you know, Hannah, why have you joined? What are you hoping to get out of this? How is that going to make you feel? You know, what are you going to do with that extra money? So we're digging into what do they want to see, do, have, and become. Okay. You know, oh, I've got a credit card bill. Well, and you know, how much do we need to pay that off? You know, if they trust you, they're going to tell you this stuff, and they will tell you this stuff if you make them feel comfortable. Oh, you know, we haven't had a holiday for 3 years, so let's pay for that holiday. So, you know, we want to talk about all these things. We want to get them dreaming. We want to get them excited. Okay. And Hannah says there, the truth is 3 deep, 3 questions deep. So, you know, why have you joined? You know, how is that going to make you feel? You know, are you ready to give this a go then with full commitment? 3 questions deep. Okay, up, somebody's talking.
I've got it.
So, you know, how does it make you feel on a scale of 1 to 10? There's the question. They are Alan P's questions are the answers. That's a book. That's an audio. We're not going to go into that now, but maybe have a listen to that. Alan P's questions are the answers. That's where those questions have come from. Let's move on to the next page. So the why is really, really, really important. Okay.
This is how I teach their why. Once you've got to the crux of it, once you've used those things Claire's talked about, you've found out what it is, that the reason they've joined the business. And it's not because it's for 250. It's because they're a nurse and they're working the night shifts and it can't continue. Now, this is I call this a mini why. So when you hear me raving on about a mini why, this is it. I've done a little video about this, about the mini why, which has been shared before, but we will pop it along with some of the scripts into the skills pays the bills groups later. So if you're not in one, obviously make sure that you've joined one of those. So we use a mini why because it stops the purple vomiting, and it's a great way to answer the question, well, what is it? When someone says, oh, I've started something new, I'd love to show you, it'd probably take 20 minutes, can we grab a cup of tea on Thursday? Yeah, right, then what is it? Well, you know, one answer to go, well, it's gas and electricity and savings, and Andrew Lindsay got a gold medal and there's a cashback card. No. They're just going to cancel the appointment. You're going to be sat on Zoom with your new partner and a cup of tea, feeling really lonely and down. This really will stop that. And what we're going to do is we're going to teach our new partners these questions and get them to write it up. So number 1, you know how. Number 2, what I love about that. Number 3, the problem is. And then I used to say, so I've decided to, but instead I've just gone, I've decided to do something about it. Really easy, strong finish. So mine would be, you know how I've been self-employed for 20 years. What I love about that is flexibility, working around the kids, being able to take time off in the summer. The problem is I've got a really catastrophic shortfall in my pension. So I've decided to do something about it.
Lovely.
So when Claire asks me why I want a favour, which is going to make her help me more? 1, me saying I need to earn some money, or 2, me saying I've got a massive problem and I found a solution. People want to speak to people that are solutions based. And when you talk about what you love, your face will light up. It won't be as serious. And the key to this is always, when they say, what is it? Ring them to give them your mini why. And if they don't answer, voice note it. because this doesn't work written down. So what
No.
we're going to do is I always, while they're doing this on the fast start, I also then send them the video of me explaining what I've just explained. So video yourself, telling you know how, what I love about that, the problem is, and send it to them. And then what I say to them is, what would be great is if you could fill this in now. So we might do it on WhatsApp together, and then we sign it off. We go, right, brilliant. Now what I want you to do is write that down, stick it where you make dinner, boil the kettle, brush your teeth, put your makeup on, drive the car. And I need this to become a knee-jerk habit when anyone asks, well, what is it? And you can answer with the problem that you're solving, not the
I
killer
love
why.
that. That's another little mini training there, right there, actually, on the why. I tell you another thing, Hannah. So on the fast start, you remember we've got the why. Why are they doing this? We want you to really dig on that. The next page is how much would make a difference to them. Really help them spend that money. How much would make a difference to them in the next 45 days? And I say, come on, let's go big or go home. What are you going to spend that money on, Hannah? How is that going to make you feel? What difference is that going to bring to your life? And then I love the next box on the fast start plan, which tells them realistically how many appointments they need to do. And it says, to get 2 sign-ups, you need to speak to 2 to 5 people. And I talk about that. Why do you think that is? And they say, well, because not everyone's going to say yes. Somebody might be in a contract. Somebody might say no. So again, on the money bit, I'm setting realistic expectations about the fact that we may not get every sign-up, but we're just focusing on results. So it's the why. It's help them ascertain how much money they
believe it. Yeah.
Believe it, because nothing motivates guys like a first whopping chunky money commission statement. Then you do the list with them, and we've just talked about that. You're helping them. Grab your phone, go to contacts, don't prejudge. As they're shouting out the name, you're typing it in. Is it a tenant, a homeowner, a partner? And asking a bit about that person. Or come on, who do you know sells stuff on eBay? Who do you know runs a kids football club? Who do you know is really well connected? Who do you know goes to a church? And helping them, send them the 20 names, and then you've then got the conversation starter, right? Which is on the fast start plan. It's the boring one that says, hi, Hannah, I started a new business and in my training phase, in order to do this, I need to do 6 appointments with my mentor. So I say, that's the boring bones, Hannah, on the page. I want to make this Hannah lean in. So we're going to flesh it out with some of your flair, your style, your personality. And you're going to help them make that conversation starter them. And here is an example.
One of the things we've learned, as all of us that have been in the business a while, is when somebody's confused about what to do, they'll do nothing. So this is part of your fast start plan to get it right. This is one that I use. There's a few bits that I love. Number 1 is at the end saying thanks in advance. Number 2, explaining it's going to tick off the training, not using the word practice. Please don't use the word practice, because you're just going to have sign up after sign up where they say £500 and they went into it going, it's a practice, and you're going to be on the back foot. But just ticking off the training. And I often say, oh, it's not selling products or anything like that. Can I rely on your support? What a lovely thing to ask. So this is one that I use, and we use it a lot. What always happens from this is the ones that reply go, what is it? And then I say, come on, you can do this, pop it on a voice memo or give them a call. You know how. What I love about that is the problem is, so I've decided to think about it. Can you help me? When's best? Days, evenings or weekends? I love that. They can't really get out of it then, can they? There's somewhere in there. Now, Claire's done there's a nice one here as well that Claire sent over. So Claire, do you want to go over this one?
Yeah, this is actually the company one that had the new Ben Fogle video, the one in his blue apron. Where
they are brilliant, those videos. They're absolutely brilliant.
In his coffee. So this is just the bare bones one. I've got another one then, I'm sending this. When we do the fast start plan, we get to the script that they're going to send. I send them examples. I've got them already saved in my notes. I send an example of previous ones that have been really good. Like I've got one from a nurse that says, hi, Hannah, as you know, I'm working at the hospital, but the night shifts are really killing me. So I've decided to do something about it. Okay. By doing this, I'm going to cut down on the night shifts. I'm going to see the kids more, and it's going to improve my health. Look, I'm in my training phase with this. I've got a great mentor, Claire. She's a little bit crazy. And in the middle of the presentation, she just goes, okay, Right. And I'm in the middle of my training phase, and Claire's mentoring me. Would you be willing for us to show you? You know, and sometimes they'll say it's about saving money. Sometimes they'll say it's about helping people make money. And then this is where we explain that it's not a one size fits all script.
Yeah, yeah.
Some people may not love the Ben Fogle video. Some people may want to know it's about saving money. Some people like me, the intrigue is only going to work on someone like me. You know, if Gareth had told me this was about gas and electric, there's no way I would have even gone to his house to see the presentation. So he knew the language of how to speak to Clare Hingott. My mum needed to know it was about energy and saving money on bills. You're going to know, you've got to coach them to know their audience. Yeah. So when you're helping them with their script, help, and I give them 5 minutes then. So I say, right, Hannah, I want you to make this year. I've sent them an example, and I'm quiet this end while they are writing at their own, using the examples I've sent them, and then they send it to me and we go through some feedback.
That little sign-off thing is so great, because what you're saying to them as well is you're showing them that you said you were going to handhold them. Yeah. You're actually handholding them right there and then. And these bits, these little tweaks are so important, because what you're doing is you're saying to somebody, you can trust me, I'm here to do this with you. I'm not saying go write a script. One of my starter scripts I use, I've just recruited a lovely guy who's 18. He's got about 19 million jobs, bless him. And so we've just straight away, I'm doing a cold market script with him, which is on Facebook. People doesn't know that well because he's got such a big Facebook connection. You know, I've started something new. I'm quite excited about it. Do you know it happened to anybody that'd be interested in an extra pay packet for Christmas? And we're going to be using the Earn link. Now, that's a different tool, but that is still just building a list, profiling how to speak to them and having a conversation. But that's very different to, can you help me? I want to get my training ticked off, mum and dad. Can I come and sit and have a cup of tea? But what you're training them on is that process. Build a list, profile it, have a conversation, then make sure everybody's following up, underpin it with events. So quick note on the Ben videos. Those of you that have been in a while will have about 8 weeks ago got a head office email that is your Ben video that has a link to your website on it. So go through your emails. I've forgotten what it's called. It might be under I think it's like your personal Ben video. So you can use that link. If not, just go, there we go. You've got your own personal little Ben video. What's great is if they're interested, they can just click and sign up straight away into your team, which is great. If not, if you just go into the partner app, go to search and type in Ben video, it brings up the 2 exclusive invitation videos. You can have a look at which one you like. And there's a little send button. You can send it on WhatsApp, email, Facebook, you know, however your partner wants to do it.
Right. I want to say something on that. So I send them the Ben video and I say, some people were going to love the Ben video, some people aren't. And I say, put on the end of the message, you know, here's a little video by a famous celebrity explaining a little bit more. But maybe, you know, maybe your auntie and your sister might like the Ben video, but maybe your brother-in-law might not. So you're helping them create their conversation starter to get them in front of people. Now, a really important thing is that I say as well, is that we don't just want to be texting people. Those who ring get a much better outcome, Hannah. Those who pick up the phone, you know, yeah, communicate with people how you normally communicate. But certainly hearing your voice and your passion and your enthusiasm is much more powerful, and you're far more likely to get appointments. This lady who's just quit, she got us 2 appointments like that because she spoke to her neighbours. She spoke to them and told her she'd started something new around Dunelm. I get it, she's quit, but hey, you can't fall in love with potential. Okay, that's another great tip. So encourage them to speak to people. The next best thing then is voice noting on WhatsApp. They can hear again.
The voice notes, they're brilliant.
So the first thing is, can they jump out of their fear zone and actually speak to people? Yeah, text, but try and call. And if they can't call, the next best thing is that voice note. You're going, hey, Hannah, I started something new around working in the school. I'm really excited about it. I really want to show you and Sean. You're going to love it. It's not selling anything. It's not gimmicky. And I'm going to send you a little video in a second of Ben Fogle, who's their brand ambassador. Get excited. I can't wait to show you. When can I come round? I can do tonight at 6 or tomorrow at 7. Send the voice note. Could you hear the passion in my voice? And then I'm going to send the Ben video. By the way, we are going to put some resources in the 8 WhatsApp groups that we've got, the Skills Pays the Bill WhatsApp group, we are going to pop a couple of things in there, and one of those will be the Ben video. So you've got a nice, clean copy of it. What I mean is, it's not like I've got a dirty copy of Ben Fogle with no clothes on. That's not what I mean.
I was just thinking how professional we'd been. I was giving us a little virtual high five and a pat on the back, and now you're talking filth about Ben Fogle.
I haven't seen Ben Fogle naked, not even backstage at Power Up when I spent some time with him. He had his clothes on and that apron.
Women of a certain age on this call are with me when the Ben Fogle video plays in the main presentation, and he puts his little arm out the shower to grab the towel, and you're ready for the towel. We're all ready, and he comes downstairs in a goddamn jumper. I mean, who wrote that? Who wrote that storyboard? There was a massive opportunity then to find Brazilian partners.
Right, it's 9:32. Look at me being all over the time tonight. Yes,
this is your slide. It's been on for 4 minutes.
Oh, right. So, appointment. So in the fast start plan, I'm saying, right, Hannah, we've got your why. We know how much you want to earn. We've got a great list of people here. Now, tell me who are the first 5 people we're going to start with. I don't want anybody negative, miserable, awkward, horrible. And I say, who are the 5 off this list now? So we've written a list. Who are the 5 we're going to start with? And they say that, and I send the 5 to them. Then I say, right, here's my availability. I've already written that down in a message. I text them my availability, and I say, your job now, Hannah, is just to get your bum and my bum in front of these people. And we're going to start with Jane, because you said she's lovely and she's kind and she's your best mate, and you're not going to mind practicing on Jane. Nobody negative like my brother-in-law. Starting with your 5 top people. So you'll give them your availability on the fast start plan and say, right, I'm free tomorrow, let's go for it. You're not going to need to know anything, Hannah. You're going to watch me and learn. Your job is simply to get me in front of people. And there you go. Okay, there's some other top tips there on the screen, but we want to wrap this up now because we're aware that we've been an hour now. So we're on time. This is good.
That's it, we're done.
That's all we're going to say is success loves speed, right? You've heard me say this before. A newbie's like a loaf of bread. The longer you leave it, the harder and more stale they get, right? So a newbie's like a loaf of bread. The next day, they're a little bit staler, stale, gone in the bin, right? Breadcrumbs. So get them in, move them fast, get them going, get them learning, get them earning, keep them inspired and motivated. All right, guys? And have a little look at the portal. Go and check out the Fast Start plan and watch this back. It is recording, and we are going to put this recording into the 8 WhatsApp groups, along with some other little resources and nuggets of wisdom from tonight. Now, I know me and Hannah, we talk really quickly. We know your ears are probably burning. Have you enjoyed it? Have you got some value out of it? Now, I know it's a lot, but you can watch this back, look at your notes, and practice makes progress. You're only going to get good at everything we teach you and talk to you about by doing it. I was rubbish when I started all this stuff.
I couldn't do this, but this is something I feel I've only started to get right this last year. Yeah. Seriously, it just takes time because you've got to get your posture. And to begin with, you're not saying, we're going to talk to some people, like Claire said, and some of them are going to love it and some of them aren't going to like it. It doesn't matter. Because you don't know that yet, because it doesn't matter if they don't like it. Yeah. Once you get your posture, once you set some boundaries, that's the big thing about you've got to respect your time with your fast starts. You will absolutely fly because you'll see those people with the potential. And that's my top tip from tonight is always fall in love with what they do, not what they say they're going to do. Don't fall for it. Wait and see them take those activities. Like Claire said, they take a step, you take a step. They take a step, you take a step.
Do not fall in love with potential. So remember now, the key takeaways are you're signing them up today. You're giving them that little text. You're giving them a little few things to do, showing them where the training is, asking them to start maybe making a list and not speak to anyone. You'd have had a verification email, Hannah, you get on with that. Then you're booking the fast start plan in now. We're setting an expectation. Hannah, everybody gets those 3 online training modules done within the next 24 hours. Some people even do it today. Crazy, I know. But it's only 3 modules. When can you come? So tomorrow, Hannah, you free to do the fast start plan? Book it in. Then on the fast start, you're helping them with their why. You're helping them with how much they want to earn. You're helping them with that list. 20 names, folks. I sit there on the fast start and we get 20 names down and I text it to them and we profile in it, putting a T next to the person's name, a H or a P. And then I'm asking them, what are the 5 we're going to start with? We help them create their conversation starter by making the script them, giving them a few examples, telling them that not all the scripts are going to work on everybody. It's different scripts for different people, different strokes for different folks is what I'm saying, folks. Then you give them your diary and you start. So they join today, fast start tomorrow, appointment the next day. Crazy. I know you think we're crazy, but lowers your ratio of them quitting. Get them in, get them going, keep them in, move them on, get them a brilliant first commission statement. And guess what? I support my newbies to listen to this. Not 1, not 3, not 6, but to 10 customers. 10 customers. Because they're going to learn loads by then. And then they're less likely to quit. And 10 is the magic number for team leader. Okay? I explain when we get to 6, they're going to earn half. Would you rather earn 100% of nothing or 50% of something? So I want to keep mentoring them for as long as we need to. Some people are good to go after 6. Some people are good to go after 3. But some people need a bit more. And that's where that mentorship, not boss relationship comes in. Han, I don't think we're quite ready yet to let go. No, Claire, you're right. I don't want you to go. But you know we're going to get paid half each now because you've reached your 6. Be honest, be upfront, look after them, and remember what's in it for them, not what's in it for you, the turkey, the Thorpe Park tickets, the holiday to Iceland. And I don't mean Iceland, the shop, the country. Hannah, do you want to say anything else? Top tip?
Before we wrap up, no, I think maybe my top tip, the thing that's changed for me has been the buddying up. It's changed my whole business. So when somebody joins, I have a little group that's like Claire to SQD. It's saying straight away, we're going to be here until you've got 6 and a partner. And it's me, another member of the team and them. And together we work as this little unit. We protect them from the other WhatsApp groups. They don't join everything online. No, we're just going to look after them, keep it dead simple so they don't get overwhelmed. And for me, that has been our big change that's seen some really substantial. Well, we've just had our best month ever by a long shot. So the little buddy groups, just taking the pressure off yourself a little bit while keeping the focus. It means you're also training your team to do what you're learning to do. And I just think that's magic. It's not what works, it's what duplicates.
Absolutely. Caroline's put in the chat, mentorship is free, but not freely given. You need to earn it. Absolutely, yes. And thanks to Jen for putting the link. Jen Williams to put in the link to the 8th WhatsApp group that we've got. So please share that with your team. We will be putting this into the WhatsApp group tonight because Jen will be on to me about that and the other bit of resources I promised you. And we just want to thank you once again for giving us your time, putting up with us and keeping us company this evening. We love doing these. We love giving value and we appreciate you sticking with us till the end. Thank you, everybody. And if you want in the chat, put your top takeaway from tonight. I stop there with his Dayglow stripes on, his full faster stripes. Go for it, folks. Watch this back, make notes, and we'll see you next time. Thank you, everybody. Love you lots.
Thanks. Good night.
Thank you.
I'm lucky spinning out. I'm counting down till Friday come.
It's Friday then.
Thank you.
It's Saturday, Sunday.